In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix shoulder blade pain for good. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over a very easy to follow 3-part guide that may give quick shoulder blade pain relief and hopefully get rid of it for good. If you're looking to get the best results, go through all 3 parts and put them together. So with that being said, let's get started and fix that shoulder blade pain for good right now. In the first part, let's focus on a big cause of shoulder blade pain, which are pesky muscle knots, muscle spasms, and trigger points. The problem is it's a very hard area to reach, so let's make it easy to reach with a very simple trick. I'm going to take a tennis ball, you can also use something like a racquetball or even like a soft dog toy, it doesn't matter, and place it in a pillowcase. That way you can throw it over your back and easily raise and lower it to hit those hard to reach spots. You're going to want to go next to a door or a wall. I'm going to take the tennis ball and just lower it over that spot that I'm having a lot of pain. From there, I'm just going to angle my feet out slightly so my body is at an angle and then press into that tennis ball until I feel enough pressure where it's going to be able to do a nice self-massage but not causing any discomfort. From there, I just use my legs to roll up and down just very slowly. Let the ball glide over that muscle spasm. I try to do this for about 10 to 15 seconds, continually applying enough pressure in there to just release that muscle tightness. From there, I just relax, take a breather, and try to do this for about 3 to 5 repetitions. You can also go side to side with it. You can do circular motions, experiment with different motions. If it feels like it's offering you a little bit more relief, do that. But let's take this one to the next level by really focusing on the rhomboids across the shoulder blades. So let's apply enough pressure in there that it's going to cause that self-massage. From there, I'm going to take the arm on the side that we're focusing on. So I have my tennis ball over that left shoulder blade, and I'm going to straighten my arm out like this and then just bring my arm back very slowly. What you're going to feel is the muscles around the shoulder blade start to activate, and this really allows you to pinpoint tightness and get a little bit better of a self-massage. I go all the way back until I feel a very good stretch into my chest, and also my shoulder blade muscle is activating. I try to hold this for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then from there I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to come over like this and then just reach over my other side. It hits the muscle just a little bit differently, but I try to do this nice and slowly for about 10 repetitions and really just focusing on trying to build pressure in there and trying to stretch into it just a little bit more. And then from there you can raise and lower it to hit different spots as needed. You can also do what is known as a wall angel, which is a great postural exercise, so you'll get a massage and a nice stretch at the same time. So take your arm out in front like this, bend your elbow at 90 degrees, and then take the fingers up towards the ceiling. What we want to do is bring the elbow back as much as we can until we feel those shoulder blades activate. From there, I'm just going to raise my arm up towards the ceiling very slowly, all the way up as far as I can go. Hold this for about a second, and then I'm going to slowly come back down and take the elbow down towards the floor. This feels really good. But on each repetition, I just try to stretch into it a little bit more, bringing my elbow back, reaching up towards the ceiling as much as I can, and then lowering it down towards the floor. Go through all of those motions and really pinpoint spots that you need. And with any of the motions, if you feel like it's helping you out a little bit more, at that point, throw more repetitions in. So in this part, let's focus on getting rid of shoulder blade pain for good by building mobility. That is range of motion in the upper back with some great stretching exercises. This first exercise is known as a figure 8. It's a personal favorite because it's easy to do, you can do it anywhere, and it's going to put the shoulder blade region through all types of movements. That is flexing forward, we're going to do backwards extension, we're going to do leaning, and we're also going to do twisting rotation. That way you can pinpoint movements that offer you the most amount of relief. Start at the edge of a chair with very good upright posture. Take your hands, place them on the back of your head with your elbows going straight in front of you. What we're going to do is build into the 8 by going into extension or backwards movement like this for the top part, and for the bottom we're going to build into flexion or leaning forward. So let's start right at the middle of the 8 and trace the top part first. I'm going to try to take a big swing, as big as possible with my elbows, really form those loops, and I'm going to slowly work my way upwards towards the 8. Once we get to the top part of the 8, we should really try to focus on building into extension as much as we can until we feel a deep activation in between the shoulder blades. Hold this position right here for about 2 seconds and then slowly start to come back down towards the middle part. On the bottom, we're going to do the same thing. Take a big loop for that 8. Once we get to the bottom, what I'm going to do from here is grip forward into my head and pull my body into flexion just a little bit until we feel that activation of the muscles in between the shoulder blades. Hold this for a couple seconds and then slowly start to swing back up. I'm going to do this for about 10 complete repetitions, focusing on trying to make as big of loops as I can, stretching into it as much as I can with each repetition. Always challenge yourself. And once you're done with that, what I'm going to do is go in reverse. So if we went this way the first time, let's go in reverse and then repeat. Do this for about 10 repetitions. When you do all of this, you're going to notice that one certain movement hits the shoulder blades the best. It really just focuses on muscle tightness or joint stiffness. Maybe it's going in this direction for me. What I'm going to do is really focus on trying to build into that motion a little bit more by adding more repetitions. I keep doing that until I feel that muscle tightness or that joint stiffness start to release. We'll go through all of those motions and focus on the movements that offer you the most amount of relief. So here's a great mobility exercise called a scapular wall slide. Let's go next to a wall. I'm going to start off in a lunge or scissored position with my bottom knee side supported against that wall. So make sure that your shoulder is really flush against that wall. You'll also want to put a pillow or towel underneath your knee for extra comfort. Let's have very good upright posture. Straighten your arms like this, and what I'm going to do is whatever side is facing the wall, I'm going to take that side's hand and put it against the wall. From there, I'm going to do an arc-like motion, kind of like a windmill. I'm going to slowly start to raise my arm up like this, and as we get to the top, I'm going to then turn and rotate my hand so my palm is then facing it. I go all the way over like this until I feel a very deep activation of the muscles in between the shoulder blades. From there, I'm going to take the other hand right here, place that one against the wall. This is how we're going to take it to the next level. I'm going to make sure that my body, including my chest right here, is supported against the wall, and then I'm going to tilt my whole body away just like this as much as I can. And when you do this, it's going to really activate the muscles in between the shoulder blades. Hold this right here for about 10 to 15 seconds. Just try to relax into it as much as you can. Do nice controlled breathing. From there, we're just going to go in reverse very slowly. Go like this, and then you're just going to take that arm back up like this. Once you get to the top, you're going to turn the arm so it's back into the starting position. But you want to do this one nice and slowly for about 3 to 5 complete repetitions. And with each repetition, try to stretch into it just a little bit more. And when you're done on one side, switch to the other to keep them both in balance. Without a doubt, if we want to get rid of shoulder blade pain for good, we have to strengthen everything in and around the shoulder blades. This first exercise is what I call the shoulder blade pump. It's a great daily exercise that you can do first thing in the morning right in bed, and it's really going to get the muscles firing, including the rhomboids. So slide to the edge of a bed. You want your shoulders head off the edge. What I'm going to do from there is take my arms and then just place them backward like this. Let's do an initial head retraction. That is driving the back of the head upwards towards the ceiling until you feel a very good activation of the muscles from the neck down in between the shoulder blades. From there, what I'm going to do is angle my arms off just very slightly, palm side up towards the ceiling, and do a quick pumping motion like this up towards the ceiling. You should really focus on moving through the shoulder blades, the upper back, and this really gets those muscles firing. I try to do this for about 10 repetitions. From there, I'm going to go 45 degrees off to my side, rotate my arms so my thumbs are up towards the ceiling, and then I'm going to repeat this process. Really try to pinch your shoulder blades with this motion right here. From there, I'm going to go right in front of me, kind of angling my arms off to the side, and then repeating. From there, let's do a postural exercise that's really going to take this one to the next level. So let's get back into our head retraction right here. I'm going to do what is known as a floor angel. I'm going to bend my elbows at 90 degrees like this. Let's drive the elbows up towards the ceiling as much as we can. Again, trying to pinch those shoulder blades. From there, I'm going to do a pumping motion forward like this, and then I'm going to do a pumping motion backwards. And I try to do this one for 10 complete repetitions in both directions. But go through all of those and try to do about 3 sets. If you have a little bit more energy, you can add in a little bit more reps. So instead of doing 10, do 15 reps of 3 sets. But it's just a great way to really focus on strengthening the upper back, the shoulder blade region, and really helping improve posture. This unique strengthening exercise is called the forearm door slider. It's really going to focus on the rhomboid muscles across the scapula. We just need a large pillowcase. During the exercise, I'm going to keep my forearms parallel with each other, kind of like forming the number 11. We don't want to create an A. Let's go next to a smooth door or a wall. Have very good standing upright posture. You're just going to place your forearms right inside the pillowcase and then press it against the door. Let's create initial tension into the pillowcase by driving our wrists into the ends as much as we can. From there, I'm going to push back with my head and upper back, kind of like driving my shoulder blades away from the door until we feel an activation of muscles across the scapula. From there, we're going to take this one to the next level by gliding upwards with the pillowcase, raising our hands upwards towards the ceiling. This really activates the muscles between the shoulder blade region. Reach up as much as you can. From there, hold this for a couple seconds and then slowly come back down. On the next repetition, challenge yourself even more. Press into the pillowcase, draw back as much as you can, and then lift up as much as you can. You want to do this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And if you feel like you have a little bit more left in the tank afterwards, you can repeat this for another set or 2. So I want to end this video with a great strengthening and postural exercise that you can do throughout the day that requires no equipment. It's called the shoulder blade liftoff. Let's go next to a door or a wall. I'm going to position my body where my feet are slightly in front of me so my body is leaning into that door. We want our whole backside flush against that wall or a door for support. I'm going to then bend my elbows at 90 degrees, put them off to my side. The movement is very easy. We're going to lift our whole body forward, so we're not trying to round our back into this one, but lift our whole body forward by pressing our elbows into the door. When you do this, you should feel a very good activation of the muscles in between the shoulder blades. We're just going to relax from there. On the next repetition, try to drive forward even more. Really challenge those muscles. I try to do this one for about 15 complete repetitions. To make this one harder, just space your feet in front of you a little bit more so you can lift off even further. But it's something you can do throughout the day to get rid of shoulder blade pain and hopefully just get rid of it for good. If the exercise has helped you, please support us by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to the channel too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.